Oops, I kind of just messed up. So I'm in Florida, and we're in the middle of the second wave of the corona, and I stopped at Cracker Barrel for lunch. And when I went in, I noticed a lot of people had masks on. I did not, because I'm just there to eat lunch, I'm going to have to pull it off as soon as I get to the table anyway. And plus, most of the people, as I came into the restaurant, there was a group of people in front of me entering, and they all had masks on, but they were all one party, so I just kind of blew it off, like, just that group was big on masks, and so they wore their masks. Well, anyway, after lunch, at Cracker Barrel, you have to go out and pay at the counter in the store section, and nobody was at the counter when I went up to pay, but then I saw something that I thought that I should purchase, but if you're like me and married, you can't just grab something and buy it. I had to call my wife and make sure it was okay. So as I wandered around the store on the phone with her, talking, the store had gotten more and more crowded, and I hung up with her and I went up to the counter to pay, but now, where there once was no line, now there was a long line, literally like 6 people, and of course, standing on the little 6-foot spaced floor markers, the line went like all the way across the whole store. So, anywho, I went to the back of the line, and there was a lady standing there on the farthest out floor marker. And if you've ever been in a Cracker Barrel, there's not a whole lot of room you can put in between you and other people. So I was fairly close to her, and I asked her if she was in line to pay, and she was obviously uncomfortable and said that she was with her husband, who was at the next marker 6 feet away. So she very quickly moved up to stand with him, and I realized she was probably uncomfortable because she had a mask on and I do not, and she didn't want me to spit on her, so she had to get away from me quick. Well, anyway, this line moved so slow, agonizingly slow, and the longer I'm standing there in line and I kept looking around, the more I noticed the other 20 or so people in this store, they all had masks on, and I was literally the only person in there without a mask, and I was getting more and more uncomfortable. And then, so I'm next up to pay now, right? There's one customer in front of me paying, and a lady started entering the store from outside, and the cashier stopped her and said, "I'm sorry, ma'am, they just started this new law overnight. You have to have a mask on inside." What? Well, nobody told me, so now I'm standing there, and all these other 20-something mask wearers are staring at me with their dagger eyes because I don't have a mask on. I didn't know. But it's not like I can go out to the car and grab my mask because I gotta pay for my food. I can't dash and dine. No, dine and dash. Yeah, you dine first and then you dash. Anyway, I had to pay. So finally it was my turn to pay, and I want to get out of there, I need to pay, and I need to get out there, all mad at me and staring angrily and wondering why I'm such a jerk not wearing a mask. So she gave me my total, and I ran my card, and that's when she explained to me that they were having technical difficulties and it had to run his credit, and it was probably going to take a minute or two. It took 2 full minutes for this stinking credit card machine to run my card and approve the payment. I was so anxious to get out of there. Yes, I know I should have had a mask on. I should have had a mask on to begin with. And I actually do have this lovely mask that my wife sewed for me, nice and long, so it covers my beard and it won't leave a crease in my beard. But like I said, I was just there to eat lunch. I was planning on going in straight to the table. I'd have to immediately take off the mask anyway, and then once I was done eating, I was gonna skedaddle. So I didn't think my mask was necessary. I'll wear a mask next time.